Alright, yo, what's good, everybody? We're back another day, Business Docs. A little weird. I'm actually recording on my phone right now because my camera died, but that's fine. You know, we're chilling. We gotta do what we gotta do. But Ricky Guitierrez just announced on his story that he was gonna be at Carson & Moore Auto, which is Carson & Moore Auto, which is a car dealership that he is a part owner of. So we're gonna go and try to meet him today, and we'll see what happens. Keep you guys updated, and hopefully we can actually meet him and see what goes on. All right, guys, we just got here. It's definitely a spot, bro. That's literally Ricky's Lamborghini right there. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm literally shaking. All right, let's go. And just like that, we are back in the lab. So I didn't actually record the process of meeting Ricky, but I do want to go over it and hopefully give you guys a good summary of the whole experience. So I literally walk in to this dealership and I see Ricky just chilling there on the side eating Chipotle. I would expect nothing less from this guy. Honestly, such a chill dude. So I'm super grateful. I literally just had like 15 minutes to just talk to him about literally anything. So we just talked about kind of like my plans after high school, what he was doing at my age, a little bit of a backstory behind the car dealership, things like that. It was just so cool, like 100%. It was so exciting. I'd have to say one of the coolest things I noticed was just how nice of a dude he is. Like, think of all that he's accomplished at such a young age and all of the things he has going for him, and for him to just give 15 minutes of his time to some random teenager that lives in his area that came because he posted on his story to come say hi is pretty crazy to me. And I feel like I'd always heard about him being a super nice dude and super humble in interviews and different videos. Obviously I've never gotten a chance to experience it, but I'm so glad to say that it's legit, that he really is that nice of a guy. He's already such a big inspiration to me when it comes to business, money, and the stock market, and just to realize that he's still so nice and so humble even after everything, it's even cooler now. I feel like I've always liked to look up to Ricky and people like Gary Vaynerchuk as well, just because they always talk about just being a good person, just literally doing whatever makes you happy and being kind to others and showing empathy. Those are huge goals for me. I feel like it's a super cool thing that is kind of underrated, that people never really talk about. So for all of you that have no idea who Ricky is, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a summary just so this makes sense to you, because his story is honestly so cool and I feel like it can have value for you guys as well. Obviously I'm not Ricky, so feel free to fact check me and check out his channel. He has a bunch of videos on everything. It'll definitely be linked in the description below. But let's get right into kind of a summary, at least from my perspective, of him. So to kind of start out, at 14 years old, he talks about his whole passion for money really started when he watched Fast and Furious because he wanted to buy a GTR because of how cool this car was. And just to kind of think about, this literally started from a GTR, his entire career. It's super sick. He talks about growing up in a pretty cool house with, you know, parents that he really liked having. He's super grateful for all of that. And he also talks about how, you know, they just didn't have a ton of money and how he was always super frugal. And he even talks about this one story that when they were in the car and he would go to places like McDonald's, he would purposely try to order less expensive things because of how much he cared about his parents. And he wanted to contribute to there being more money within the house. And right away, that just struck me as something that was so cool, that literally from such a young age, he was able to develop that. And I feel like that's so underrated, and a lot of people can never really see it unless you experience it. So obviously that really stuck out to me, and I really love that whole part of his story. And he talks about kind of growing up in that environment and how it kind of molded him into be this super sick dude. So throughout all of high school, he starts to make his own money by buying and reselling stuff. He figured out a way to do it, and that's why I love his story so much too, because I feel like all the time people are like, oh, I want to do this, I want to go after this opportunity, I want to accomplish this or whatever, but oh, I just don't know how to make the money. And honestly, I feel like there's always a way, you just gotta find it, like legit. So his way was just buying and reselling stuff throughout all of high school, and he even started his own fingerboarding company where he would actually make like these custom fingerboards and sell them. And that's how he would make money. It wasn't until the age of 18 that he started to get really serious about day trading in the stock market. And that's kind of how we know him as, and that's when it really began for him, or at least that's what he talks about in his videos. So at this point, he is starting to get into day trading the stock market. He moves to Arizona from California to study at ASU. So at this point, he is a full-time student. He is day trading. He's still doing his YouTube channel. And on top of that, he has a job in a sales position, and that's actually how he was able to buy his first house at age 20 because of the money he was making from this sales position. And to think that he's literally so young and he lives maybe 30 minutes away from me, it was absolutely insane. The first time I ever was exposed to anything about Ricky was actually in this video. I'll definitely link it down in the description, that just goes over how he makes money every single day and as a millionaire. This obviously sparked my interest, and it was just super cool to watch it. And once I found out all these things and how similar he was and how he lived like 30 minutes away, I started watching all his content. I was like, this dude did it. Like, he actually did it, and I want to see how. And that's the first time I was ever exposed to the stock market. At that point, it just looked like a bunch of colors and numbers. I'm not gonna lie. It's really confusing going into it and not knowing anything about it. You just kind of hear about it in movies and kind of things that like rich people are into. So at this point, I am 17 years old and watching every single video I can about the stock market and looking up stuff on Google. I kind of fall in love with the whole concept of making money at a super young age and being able to accomplish these super cool things that I was never able to kind of see in my life growing up, just because of the situation my family was in. So fast forward, I turned 18, and you bet one of the first things I did was open a brokerage account so I could start trading in the stock market. From that point on, literally every single dollar I would make from my work, or just about, I would throw right back into my account so I can trade with it. And it's been absolutely incredible. Now we are in July, and I've still been trading every single week, even throughout school, and now during the summer, and it's been absolutely incredible. I will sit there and read for hours, literally, about different companies, about Nikola, and to see what's going on and how it's affecting the stock market and how I can possibly make a profit out of it. I love seeing the whole like psychology behind everything, about how it's not even just about fundamentals of a company. It's literally just about how much hype there is, or if it's in the news or not, and all these different things that play into it. And it just feels like this big kind of like competition and kind of game to see who's going to do their research and who can come up with the best strategies to make profit. Part of the reason I also wanted to make this video was to kind of introduce the idea of the stock market to this channel. So as you probably already know, I want to have the focus of this channel be mainly business, some money stuff, maybe even real estate, but also the stock market. This is something I'm super passionate about. And literally, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. If you want to see breakdowns of certain stocks, if you want to see maybe a watch list, or just a recap of a good trading day for me and how I was able to make money, let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put that up there as well. I would love to talk about literally any of this stuff with all of you. And in no way would I call myself an expert or a professional in any of this. It's just something I'm super passionate about, and I feel like I have become decently informed on, and would love just to have conversations with other people and maybe just bouncing ideas off of each other about other people with, and share my opinion. And hopefully if it has any value to you, awesome, and if it doesn't, that's cool too. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. This is only episode 2 of Business Talks. We have big things coming, guys. All I have to say is please leave a comment of anything you'd like to see. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and leave a like, because it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. This was episode 2 of Business Talks. Peace out.